So next we have the main course, which is in the main meal. Box arrives, contents of the box, very simple. We've done is we've made our mashed potato in the restaurant, in the kitchen. We've used large bakers and we've split the mash with the butter, add a little bit of milk, bring it back. We have our herbs just to freshen the whole dish up. And we have 2 rolls of butter. One of them is a red wine butter, which we're going to use to finish the coq au vin, which is the braised chicken. And the other one is a herb butter that I'm going to show you very simply how to add that to the mashed potato. Then we have the main meal, which is the coq au vin. I'm going to pop this in the oven. It takes 20 minutes on 160, very simple. It's got all the mushroom in there, all the smoked bacon, all the onion, all the aromats, the thyme, the rosemary, the bay leaf, the peppercorns. All of the work is done. As I say, we're going to pop this in the oven. We're going to cook it for 20 minutes just to reheat it. And for the last 5 minutes, I'm going to remove the lid. And what that should do is give the skin a chance to crisp back up again. So let's give it a go. Second part is we have our pan of boiling water. Very simple. It's come up to the boil. I'm going to bring this over here so you can see very clearly what I'm doing. All I'm going to do there is simply pan down and put the mashed potato in. I'm using a small pan here, but you're more than likely to, or you can use a larger pan. The larger the pan, the less likely the water's going to cool down. I'm very comfortable that that is all the heat that I need to reheat my mash. So I'm going to put the lid back on there. I'm not boiling the water with the bag. I'm simply taking boiling water of that size of pan, popping the mash in there and leaving it like that. While the coq au vin is in the oven, we're going to just look at the rest of the components that came in the box. Mashed potato is in the water. Real simple. I'm going to open both butters in the paper. So we have a little bit of herb butter, which is made with chervil, parsley, a little bit of shallot, a little bit of garlic, and then we have red wine butter as well, if you can see that. So these have been slightly cut here. So just taking your knife, just splitting them over. I'm going to use a little plate here, get rid of the paper. All I'm going to do with my little bit of butter is take the scissors, take a little bit of cling film off. And it's very simple. The green butter we're going to add into the mashed potato. The red butter we're going to add into the coq au vin. All right. So the butters are ready to go. My herbs are ready to go. Now, into this, I've 2 offerings of herbs. Got a little thing of chives. Just going to pop onto my plate, ready to go. I have my little bit of tarragon, which is going to be the finish of the coq au vin. And then I have a little bit of chervil, a little bit of parsley, and a little bit of rocket. So what I'm going to do is very simply roll up all of them together, simply chop that. Now, there's 2 ways. I'm going to chop this like a chef, have my fingers tucked in underneath me. You know, once you get it to that, simply put your hand on the top of the knife. You don't want to chop that too early. So I reckon there's about 10 minutes left on the coq au vin. Okay, so we have all the butters laid out. We have our herbs chopped. We have our pot with the mashed potato inside still keeping heat. The coq au vin's been in for 20 minutes. We're going to take it out. I think we're just going to check that it's hot enough All ovens are different. My oven is sitting at 165 at the minute. So here we have all of the aromats in there, the mushroom, bay leaf. Now, that chicken is warm enough after 20 minutes. Make sure that when you take the lid off that it has that steam coming off it. What I'm doing is I'm lifting the chicken skin slightly out of the braising liquid. And the reason I'm doing that is I want it to kind of have a chance to crisp up again. So if you can see that, plenty of smoked bacon and mushroom. Like I said, I'm going to get rid of the lid. And for the next 5 minutes, you can see how hot that is. I'm going to try and slightly crisp that up again. It won't get fully crispy, but it'll definitely have a better roasted kind of texture. While that's doing that, we could possibly finish the mashed potato. So that's been in there for at least 25 minutes in that heat. See, the mash has kept its temperature. The water has kept its temperature, I should say. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that out. I'm going to cut that off. Just really simple. If you can see that, I'm just going to get all of that hot mashed potato into a bowl. Here I'm going to simply add little knobs of butter. You can see me there. I'm just going to bring that together. All that delicious, fresh, herby sort of a flavour. Oh. Alright, so I'm going to put the last 2 knobs of butter in there. You can see that. You see that? Next, I'm going to add half of the herbs in there as well. So the chopped rocket, the chervil, you see all that? A little bit of tin foil. I'm just going to keep that warm, sitting over my little pan of water. Take out the coq au vin and see if the skin is crisped up. So this is the coq au vin. Skin's crisping up a little bit. Sauce is reducing a little bit. All that delicious flavour. Chicken's braised now perfectly inside that red wine. So the last thing for this, mashed potatoes are ready. And what I'm going to do is just simply take red wine butter that you'll find in your box. Just simply pop some of that on. Place that around the different chickens. Now that chicken is super warm. I'm going to take my grill tray, pop it onto the grill tray like so. I'm going to pop that under my grill. Just on a really low heat. Careful that you don't burn the skin after all of our work. And we're going to finish the top of the coq au vin then with a little bit of the herbs that's still left, some fresh tarragon, which will be in the box, and some fresh chives. Okay, so the coq au vin is finished. We're going to finish this with chives. The remainder of the chopped herbs with the rocket. Just going to put that into the sauce, and then a little bit of fresh tarragon. Next, I'm going to plate this up. So we take the mashed potato. Next, then, we're going to take some of the chicken, the melting red wine butter, tarragon. And just give it an even bit of, give it a little thigh, little leg. And the way we've done this is all that roast vegetable is in there, all the carrot is in there, all of the smoked bacon is in there, the mushroom is in there. So you can put as much as you can out. This will serve, I mean, this is a whole chicken cooked in that. So, I mean, a family, 2, 3, another tray. We can make this very simple. There's plenty of mashed potato left. You can get maybe, and with another tray, you'll get at least 6 people out of it. We've finished the coq au vin. We've taken the red wine braised chicken. Our oven is sitting at 165. Everybody's oven is different. We've cooked it for 30 minutes. We've had it in the oven for 25 with the lid on. For the last 5 minutes, we took the lid off. We finished it with all the herbs, made the mashed potatoes separate. You can reduce down the sauce if you wish, but I think it's perfect like that.